So as you all probably know by now, the teaser trailer for the highly anticipated and waited upon Minecraft movie has finally come. And of course, everyone's loving it.
This is gonna be turbo-ass.
Yeah, maybe not. To give you a bit of background, I, like many of you guys, have been playing Minecraft a very long time. Minecraft, as a matter of fact, was the first game I ever played. Apart from maybe Temple Run, Minecraft was my first gaming experience. Again, like many of you guys. While I don't play it much anymore, I played Minecraft almost exclusively during my free time from 2013 throughout the first half of lockdown. Again, like many of you guys. I think you've already noticed a pattern. There's a very high degree of relatability between us Minecraft players, whether casual, experienced, or addicted, which means that the release of this god-awful trailer is perhaps the most culturally unifying thing since Endgame and the Mr. Beast expose. So why is it so controversial? Why is it such a failure? Well, it can all be summed up by a single reason. Warner Brothers. So tell me, does this story sound familiar? Naive movie studio with a big budget and small ideas decides, hey, look at me, I'm gonna make a video game movie. Only to find, whoopsie, it's losing money. And that dream of making $1 billion? Double whoopsie, it's a flop. And whoopsie number 3Z, nobody cares about the movie at all. And soon enough, the movie fades into non-existence and our studio sinks into emotional and financial squalor, having to be taught the same exact lesson again. Then finally, the studio has no choice but to start rethinking how it creates its movies from the ground up, head back into the writer's room and try and come up with something more than putting a blue shirt onto Jablinski Games and calling him Steve. I didn't really plan to upload for another few weeks, but my god, if you're gonna fuck up a trailer for a movie I've been waiting to see for more than half a decade, to the point that I feel personally attacked, then yeah, that's gonna throw a wrench in my plans. The first thing that I noticed was immediately wrong is the strange art direction. Almost everyone has said what I've been thinking already. It's like they put a creepy realistic texture pack on the game and green screened some humans over it. Not even the lighting matches up. I get that the visual effects aren't fully complete by this point, but the problem is not the quality, it's the integration of the various elements. In fact, one of the best parts of the trailer is that the backgrounds genuinely look solid, with sick looking set pieces. And whilst the animal models are not great, they're serviceable. However, all of my hope was destroyed by three things. The lighting, especially in scenes with a darker environment, some really janky animations, and the obvious green screen. In fact, the green screen is so poorly done that you can clearly see where the chroma key has blurred the edges of the actors. Like, seriously? This movie cost hundreds of millions of dollars. It should not look this bad, even if in development. It's easy to see why a lot of people have been hoping that this movie gets the Sonic treatment. Sonic was also a video game movie that became infamous for its cringe-inducing trailer, and so they actually had the entire character model reworked to look better, which was very successful if I say so myself. However, I believe it's going to be a hell of a lot harder of a task to fix this film's issues. Fixing Sonic is only a matter of redoing the model and replacing the shots, as he's an entirely CGI creation. In order to fix this film, you're going to have to create, as far as we know, 5 brand new character models from scratch, with literally nothing to go off of. Even though the models could be more simplistic than Sonic's, making those models look blockbuster grade within a matter of months would be fucking awful for the VFX artists. Film studios have not shied away from abusing their artists with poor pay and work hours before, so honestly, it's probably better on them to leave it. Because believe me, Warner will not give them enough leeway. Minecraft has always been a difficult game to conceptualize as a film. There are plenty of great Minecraft-based animation studios out there, such as Element Animations, who have been cited by many as an alternative animation studio who should have been commissioned instead. Though trying to get that to look not out of place within Hollywood was, as I said, difficult to imagine for me, and I'm sure for others. Upon seeing this trailer though, it made me realise just how close they got to greatness until they ruined it with bad decisions. I'm telling you that all the shots without creatures or people in them for the most part are excellent. I know, it's not easy to make something like this, but if there are YouTubers literally screaming no when they see its live action, you know you fucked it. Big time. The deep-seated issues of this teaser, however, go far beyond just the visuals. Most importantly, let's address the elephant in the room. Jablinski. I don't know what it is with movie studios wanting to cast specifically Jack Black in video game movies. I don't know if it's because of how he's happened to be in multiple box office successes recently regarding video games, or if they just want to have Jack Black in there for the sake of it. It's probably a combination of both, slightly more of the first, but regardless, this is definitely a miscast. Jack Black is a talented actor, I'm not denying that, but I don't think that Steve, a non-talking character who is relatively unassuming, should be played by someone that is known to be very expressive with his performances, and practically a living cartoon. I believe he was more than serviceable in Jumanji, and he was an excellent Bowser, probably the best part of the entire film to be honest. but I feel like he's going to be annoying instead of funny with this movie. Like, I'm already starting to sense that this film is going to be a cringe fest entirely because of that first scene with Steve. Most importantly though, the problem with Jack Black in this film is that they haven't even tried. You can have creative liberty with your movie adaptation, sure. Steven himself is a relatively simple character design, and theoretically could be changed up a bit, but they really have only given Jack a blue top and nothing else. They've made zero changes to his hair or beard. If you didn't want to change up his hair but you still wanted him in the movie, there's a very easy fix for that. Just replace any of these other four and make Steve someone else. Heck, even though his facial hair is even further removed, I could imagine Jason Momoa being a better cast for Steve, as he has this rough, tough, almost survivalist build. His role in Aquaman definitely contributed to this opinion, and while I may be hallucinating about this, I do remember reading at some point that Jason Momoa was going to play Steve, but I digress. I think this is just lazy. I don't doubt that these actors are talented, especially Jack and Jason, but I doubt that Warner Brothers can actually make a good adaptation anymore because of how little it seems to try. I was going to make a video on the movie Scoob way back when, because it was so generic, uninteresting, and low effort, and I feel like this film will be no different. Finally is without a doubt the biggest problem I have with this trailer, and while it's speculative, I feel it's one of two ways the movie could turn out, and this way in particular is given strength by what they chose to show within their teaser. So far, many people have been rightfully saying that this film looks extremely generic. You can so easily predict that this story is basically just going to be a normal group of people transported into a new world and trying to find their way back home. This has been done so many times that it's comical, and it's not even the point of Minecraft. And the fix for this is so easy, just change the framing device. Frame it from Steve's perspective. Maybe he's an established survivalist hoping to fight the Ender Dragon, but then some new people come along who don't know what they're doing and he helps accustom them to the world, so that they can fight the Ender Dragon together. That's also a basic concept, but at least it's somewhat faithful to the game. I understand that I'm attacking something that isn't actually there, but it doesn't solve my other concern, which I believe is much more valid. Minecraft has an immensely strong and long-term fan base. It is full of different angles and communities within itself. Fan service in the case of Minecraft is unique in this way, and so making the right references for a laugh or to get your audience engaged is tricky. However, it seems like they're very much going for a surface level rendition of the game, which hurts me a bit. The trailer's humour waters down to "the hell" and "this guy is such a tool bag," when both of these, in my opinion, would have been awesome opportunities to make a reference that people would get. I'm not asking for much, but I'm sick of those adaptations or just films in general that have these Marvel-like quips as their humour. It's boring, it's repetitive, and you can sniff from miles away what the writing quality is going to be. I'd also like to just comment on how frequently the piglins show up within the trailer. Because they're so present, it makes me think that they're going to be one of the main threats. If this turns out to be true, that's not a good sign at all. I don't think anyone would seriously think piglins are fit to be one of the main threats of the overworld. They're very much a side thing, mostly confined to the nether. Why not portray, I don't know, the mobs that have been here since the game's inception? Minecraft's flagships? If it turns out that they are central to the film, then all it does is hammer the nail in that says they did not do their research. So to sum it up, this is a big disappointment, though I already had low expectations. Don't get me wrong, it's not entirely irredeemable. Like, I enjoyed the crafting bits despite the poor chroma key, and the wolf shot was awesome, but it is very clear that the studio is just out of touch by now, and doesn't consider Minecraft's older audiences worthy of something more mature. I've wanted the Minecraft movie to come out since I was about 10 years old, and I imagined a lot of different ideas for it. I can't remember most of them, to be honest, but one idea I did have was a sequel to the first Minecraft movie, where Steve and Alex compete in something akin to Hypixel Ultra Hardcore after they accidentally join a game, which I still stand by as a sick concept. As soon as I saw the Warner Brothers tag on the property, I knew it was over. I've had major gripes with them for years, especially with their adaptations, and so I've lost almost all faith in their properties. As of now, it's safe to say Minecraft Story Mode is probably the closest thing we'll ever get to a real Minecraft movie. It faithfully incorporated Minecraft YouTubers we all knew and loved, references to our favourite things, and actually relevant concepts within the Minecraft world, plus some fantastical elements on top. I know not everyone likes Story Mode, but it's such a shame that it's no longer available to buy online after the closure of Telltale. I have major nostalgia for Story Mode, and if they somehow somehow got the rights to it, I think it would be a great accompanying Minecraft addition to the release of the film. And if you're still interested in seeing a very well made Minecraft movie, I'd recommend Minecraftian by Joshua Mutter, who has gone on to work as an animator but used to make Minecraft machinimas. It's pretty old by now and doesn't incorporate many of the newer elements into Minecraft, but it's considered a classic by so many people. If you've never seen it before, I strongly recommend it, and if you have, go watch it again. It's worth the nostalgia. And wanna know the best part of all of it? It's completely free, up on YouTube right now. This was definitely a surface level rendition of my takes, but that's simply because I want to save some commentary for an actual review video, for when the film comes out. So I'll just leave you with this. I genuinely believe that a now 12-year-old 45-minute YouTube short film will both impress you more and means more to the Minecraft community than this 90-minute Hollywood movie by a major studio that you'll have to pay to see. If that's not better telling of my opinion, then I don't know what is. And for my returning viewers, this isn't the typical stuff I make, of course, but don't worry, we'll be back to it shortly. A new video is on the way. I couldn't help myself with this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and for now, goodbye!